Hello, my fellow tarot people. Um, Happy 30th. This is the forecast for tomorrow, the 31st. I didn't have time to sing that song in my head about April, May, who out of the days. So, yeah, July has 31 days, I think. Let's just look. Let's try to be, yep, let's try to be accurate. um, So I noticed that I've had a lot of hits in the last few videos because I think the energy's definitely been heating up to coast into that full moon. Um, and a lot of people have been very testy. Lots of tempers been blaring. So if you find yourself in the middle of conflict, do not be surprised. It is bound to happen when things finally come to the surface that have been hidden. Take a deep breath before you engage in any conflict with anybody, because things can go for good as well. Conflict is not necessarily all bad, and it actually can help things progress. I know we all shrink away and conflict. Oh, I don't want to deal with this person, especially here in Seattle. We're not very conflict directed people. We like to, hide behind our computers and whatnot. Probably gonna get more thumbs down for that one. But actually, I would like to ask if you have a constructive criticism for me. Please go ahead and comment that in below a video, any video that you feel that you would like to constructively comment and um, and tweak anything. I'm open to tweaking. But if you're going to spew a bunch of hatred towards me about something that I've been talking about that you don't agree with, keep it to yourself. Figure out another outlet. Figure out why you don't agree with it or it's making you upset, because it's not me. Most likely it's you. So I'm just going to leave that with that. I appreciate all your viewership, though, because it really makes me feel like I have an impact in this world. Being able to speak my mind, because so many of us are being silenced these days, who are standing up and saying, no, we will not follow your rules. And I have a feeling a lot of them are tigers. I mean, Sandra Bland. I will, and the many others that have not been named in the media, the trans women that have been killed. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh boy. Yep, Spirit's really working with me today. We're under attack as a rebellion. They want to silence us, and they want to make us fall in line with their beliefs yet again. But this full moon will say to us, no, we will not just adapt to your old paradigm. We are moving into the age of Aquarius, where all new ideas are open and ready to be explored. And we are not to be quieted, we are not to be silenced, and we will prevail, regardless of how many people you try to silence. The justice will prevail. Ooh. That one came from deep down. I've been silent a lot because I didn't want to make waves, and so now I can't shut up. And I'm going to direct my energy to the proper channels, because I feel like I've wasted them on people that were never going to learn. I got to attack the people who really want to listen, and not attack as in attack, but go after the people who want to listen and want to understand a new direction that we can take in this world, and how we can use everything that we know and everything that we have at our fingertips and resources for good and for the better and for the improvement of our society. Sorry to get all political, but it's spiritual too. It's a spiritual warfare. We are fighting a spiritual war out there, and I am leading with my magic wand, with my fucking baby arm wand, to the establishment, because this Queen of Wands is very powerful, and she will make waves. She'll make grand waves. She'll make tsunami waves. if only in spiritual and political climates. So, from there, I want to read something from my Tao of Pooh book, because, back to, oh, I forgot my sage. Well, it's okay. Just burn the air. Cleanse the air. Magic wand! Haha! Expelliarmus! Okay. The athletic sort of Baxen, one of many common varieties, is concerned with physical fitness, he says. But for some reason, he sees it as something that has to be pounded in from the outside, rather than built up from the inside. Therefore, he confuses exercise with work. He works when he works when he exercises, and more often than not, works when he plays. Work, work, work. All work and no play makes Baxen a dull boy. Kept up for long enough, it makes him dead, too. Well, I mentioned before I was a workaholic, and yes, it nearly killed me because everything was work for me, I would work harder, not smarter. I would work, 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 I would, I would restrict my diet severely, and it was like a diet, not just a way of my lifestyle. I would hold my tongue because I wanted to please everyone else, and that was work because I wasn't just being authentic, and I was afraid that people wouldn't like me because I would cause so many waves. But now I'm not working on, trying to like change things. It just happens because I am myself and I'm able to express myself. I would go to a job that I had gotten, and I would feel so bogged down because it was work, and I knew it was work, and I didn't want to be there because it was work, instead of a playground where I got to do something that I enjoyed doing, like massage, and and it just happened to pay me money, or happened to have some rules and regulations that I had to follow to appropriate the business to make everything work properly. Or exercise. I would go to the gym back in high school because I was 30 pounds, 40 pounds heavier than I am now. Always concerned about my weight and my appearance, because I was very, very self-conscious for a long time. I did not love myself like I do now, and so and I would just eat those diet pills, and I almost overdosed on diet pills once, actually, because I was so concerned about gaining weight that I was like, well, let me just take more of them and they'll just, and I ended up staying up all night, all high off the, active ingredient, and I was just miserable, and I was like, no, I'm never doing this again. That was the last day I ever took diet pills. I was just like, nope, we're done here. We are sometimes you have to get to a point where you realize that you're done working for everything, and you're now just going to be, and you're just going to let everything flow naturally. And part of the natural flow of things is change. Part of the natural flow of things is things falling apart first. Tower card, things coming to light. Conflict. We must have conflict to have resolution. Otherwise, it gets held in so long that sometimes it comes out in ways that are completely deadly and awful. They say a lot of these shooters have mental issues. Well, of course they have mental issues, because in a society where we teach people that we're not allowed to express ourselves in a negative form for fear of being, prosecuted, killed, or put away in a mental institution for having any of these thoughts that are natural and normal, we are all crazy. We are allowed to be crazy, but we have to be crazy in a constructive manner. We have to constructively work on our craziness. And so, don't let people put you in a box. Don't let people feed you medication saying, "Oh no, here, just shh. You're okay. You might be depressed, but just take this pill. You might be anxious, but take this pill." Why are you anxious? Why do you need to do things all the time? Is it to do a certain purpose, to make something happen? Why are you depressed all the time? Are you depressed because things are not the way they should be, and you need to get off your ass and start doing something to change that? That'll make you undepressed real quick. in our society, we just take a band-aid and put it over, and then that band-aid is like the tower card, unstable and not holding that, that wound together or in. We gotta heal from the inside. We can't just work from the outside and try and fix it. That's not gonna help. We need to dislodge, detangle, undo the knots from the inside. Kind of like massage. Haha, I tied it all together. Ah. Alright, cards now. Alright, I'll get a little candid here. Queen of Wands keeps popping up for me, along with the Eight of Cups and the King of Cups. I'm not going to interpret that one for you because that's personal, but... Oh, and there they go. There they go. There she is. She just wants to... She's coming out. She's gonna be out. Alright. All my cards, just on the ground. Just on the ground. Just the unedited tarot videos of madness and craziness where cards just fly in the air. You gonna thumbs down me for that one? Sorry. Life happens. Get used to it. Can't have a nice, neat tarot video all the time. Alright. Oh! Good catch, Nicole. Good catch. I've been having some crazy dreams. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, lots of crazy dreams as of late. But, they're good. It's good. Well. I knew that. Oh, more major arcanas. More major. More. Of course. Okay. So, for our main cards today, we have the Queen of Wands upright. Because she could not shut up. She could not shut up. And she won't shut up. So, it's going to be a very, very high energy day. A very feminine, high energy, she's a very helpful, honest, warm, mediating queen. She's, she knows, she's very good at, seeing the long term and the plan. She makes a goal, and she goes after, she kind of everything tunnel visions, and she can see where someone is going to be something really great in the future. She's a great predictor and understander of greatness. Ahead of her time, and I've struggled with that because, every time I've ever dated somebody, they're like, why me? And I'm like, I see greatness in you, but they can't get there because I've pointed it out and they don't see it, and so I can't be their eyes. They have to see it for themselves. It's unfortunate, but, that's just how it is. So, but she's great. She sees that grand vision, and she's ready to go. And she's in the upright, so she's not like, a little slightly delusional and crazy, because, she in the reverse, she can be like, rah, down the street, running naked, and, crazy and over the top and obnoxious. Then we have the Six of Swords upright, which is about travel forward, moving into like a more serene, secure. It's not everything's like completely safe, but it's definitely more secure than the Five of Swords or the Seven of Swords, which is don't let past things come back and pull you back, but also maybe you need to revisit other things, and so that's that's kind of that's one of those cards that can be interpreted a few different ways. I've been pulling that one a lot, so there's something I need to revisit, I guess. Then we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which talks about anxieties. So maybe there's something that anxiety that you're finally moving through. because it's in the reverse. Sometimes it means that you really have to watch out, but I feel like in this context, it's talking about since we're moving forward, we're moving past those anxieties, and they have kind of, they've overwhelmed us, and now we are like, now it's the Four of Swords. Now we've gone to where we are meditating and understanding things. Lots of swords today, so that wand better be pretty darn good at defending off those swords. I feel like they are. Wands and swords, they're both pointy and they can be painful and sharp. What is it? The the subtle knife is both painful and slow. I wrote that. Thank you very much. All right. And in between that, I'm going to read the punctuation marks in a second, but I want to call to read this because the ants told me to before I flicked him off the chair. Sorry, ant. Do not fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. The current events are paving the way to a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light.